Kevin Adams going to lead us to the green. 25 cars, 30 laps, 2,000 to the winner. And the lead in the Como Propane Modified Series going into night number 2 and hitting 2 weeks from yesterday. Getting set to go this time by. The caution lights are out. We will go green next time around.
40, fire at the cone.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Jody Belfi and Kevin Adams. It is now time for you to sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Here come the modifieds. It's showtime! Out comes the green Jody Belfi. Gonna jump to the race lead with Kevin Adams. Gonna fire right back to the outside. It'll be Adams. Down the back straightaway, he'll take the race lead. The 11 of Belfi gonna slide to second. It'll be Adams, Belfi, Ishans, Dave Kane, and Kevin Eder now. Eder gonna move by into the runner-up, into the top 5 in a 22E. Ryan A. Lewis settling. It'll be Adams, Kane, Belfi, Eric Martin bouncing off the fence. Continue to stay green here for the time being here. Don Ishans, and look at Clayton Wagaman now. Wagaman cracking the top 5 in 14W. Clayton Wagaman way up on the outside of the 14 on the move. Down the back straightaway it is Kevin Adams, Dave Kane, Jody Belfi, Don Ishans, and Clayton Wagaman. Wagaman now to the top 5. 6th will be Kevin Eder. 7th Mike Anderson. 8th Crank Thatcher. 9th Ryan Ale, and 10th is Eric Martini. Down the back straightaway, Clayton Wagaman getting blown by Don Ishans. He'll move by the 4th. Here comes a 14. Wagaman in the 14W going to go to work on 3rd place. Jody Belfi here. Belfi right there in front of the 14. He runs the Mike Anderson now beginning to run after Don Ishans. See if he can't crack a top 5 here before this thing is done. Wagaman going to diamond the racetrack. See if Wagaman can slingshot by the 2nd. He will. Wagaman and Kane now door to door. Clayton Wagaman to the inside and move by the 2nd. Can Kane hold it up on the cushion? He'll take it back. It'll be Kane and Wagaman wheel to wheel, still battling for the runner-up spot. Buzzy out there by a dozen car lengths in 40. Clayton Wagaman now able to make the pass on Kane for 2nd. Kane going to try to edge back to the inside, work his way down there, but it'll be Wagaman. Wagaman back to the cushion, see if he can regroup and cut into the advantage built by Kevin Adams.
Yellow, 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 fellas. Yellow in turn 2. Tire in the middle of turn 2. Tire in the middle of turn 2. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Caution gonna come out, just 14. Oh boy. Had just gave away any shot of winning this thing. Buzzy now gonna run to the white flag. One more trip for your race long leader, Kevin Adams in 40.
60 is off.
Down the back straightaway for the final time. He withstood the challenges from young Clayton Wagaman. He will work into turn 3. Your opening Como Oil and Propane Modified Series winner, Kevin Adams in 40. Clayton Wagaman will run 2nd, Kane 3rd, Belfi 4, and Mike Anderson will round out the top 5 in 57.
What a modified feature here tonight in the Como Modified Series. Buzzy Adams, your race winner, pulling into the victory lane. We'll send it down to Chris for a interview down in victory lane. Take it away, Chris.
Thank you, RJ. We're going to make our way down to the 2011 Como Mod Series victory lane. And the opening winner here in 2011 started outside of the front row in the A-Main. What a race here for the Cameron, Wisconsin racer. Of course, the 2011 Como Mod Series presented by Subway. Race fans, he's climbing out. Give him a hand, your winner, Kevin Adams. Hi.
How's it going?
It's going good. It's going good. Let's talk about a couple things. I mean, you've had a fantastic racing career. I mean, national championships in the street stocks and the super stocks, and when you ran Midwest mods, you won 100 races in a couple years, and of course, since jumping into this mod a few years ago, you can't do anything wrong, right? I mean, you've had great success, but this is a pretty big one here.
You bet. You know, for the competition that's around west central Wisconsin, central Minnesota, and definitely northern Minnesota, this is probably one of my greatest accomplishments, to come to an unknown track. I've only been here like once, and the caliber guys that are here are second to none. It's better than what's at the 100 every year. So, I don't know, we got a good draw. It's to help start up front, I think, but, you know, we maintained, and I don't know, maybe we'll keep running this deal a couple more races and see what happens.
You know, that's exactly what I was going to ask you. You've won the 100 a couple times. You've won a lot of different invitationals throughout your career, but there's 62 of the world's best mods right here. I mean, of course, the 100 has great quality cars, but this is pretty freaking awesome.
Absolutely, and there's always a full packed house here, so that's pretty cool. And I gotta thank my crew. You know, we were expecting to run last, and we still got a 9-inch in here. And instead of a quick change, we were half in between changing gears. And then Nate came over and said, "You better get your butt out there." And I mean, I gotta give it to my pit crew. They dealt with a lot tonight, and I gotta thank them and my dad for building an awesome motor. But thanks for the fans for coming out. Wish my wife and kid were here, but thanks to Como Joe and Nate and everybody here. Thanks.
Yeah, you bet. So like you said, you're probably going to run some more. Obviously, you're going to run the rest of the Como Mod Series. I mean, you're the point leader going into the next event in Hibbing. It's a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night or whatever it might be. I mean, it's an off night from your regular racetracks anyway, so no reason not to come now, right?
Yeah, we'll stick with it. My only curveball will be as if Labor Day at Hibbing, because I'm married to Race Lake, and it's hard to leave your home track, but if we're still up in the points and there's 10 grand looking at me, I better get my butt up there.
Yeah, I think that'll understand. Give him a hand, your winner, Kevin Adams! We will slide down here and we'll talk to your second and third place finishers here real quickly. We'll wait for your second place runner to come climbing out of this thing. How about it, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you still here, second place, Clayton Wagaman in 14W. Now, I tell you what, I've seen you win some pretty spectacular races over your short racing career. I mean, last year you won a last lap modified race here. To get into the show, passing the two guys you passed to win that B main, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you know, I couldn't believe it, you know, I just car stuck, gave her some gas.
I mean, there was a shot you weren't even going to be in this show. You were out of a transfer spot going into the final corner to get into the show, start 18th against a field like this and wheel up and almost win this thing. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you know, it was pretty fun. The car was working good.
Let's talk a little bit about the rest of your season. I mean, obviously you run real well here. You had a pretty good start to the season, actually. Since jumping in this mod a year or so ago, you fit pretty good in this class, don't you?
Yeah, you know, I just try my best. These guys are amazing to race against, you know.
Give him a hand. Second place, Clayton Wagaman in 14W. Hey, we'll move over here and talk to Dave Kane as well. Let's talk about this race here. I mean, every time you come here, and you run here a lot, but every time you come here, obviously you're running up front quite often on a weekly basis. You run real well here on specials as well. This is a real good race car tonight. I mean, you put on a good show.
Yeah, I missed it a little bit. Buzzy was gone. Clayton was sure coming. You'd see he jump the cushion when he was pressuring Buzzy for the lead, but I think he would have had some for him if he would have not done that.
So, you've been a regular on the series pretty much ever since it started. Obviously, a top 3 finish on the first night's pretty good going into Hibbing in a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's a plus. You got to definitely just stay in the top 5, top 10 even. I think you could win the points because it's really hard. You just got to make every show for starters, and that's going to be the hard part.
Just because I'm curious, how wrecked is that B-Mod?
It wasn't bad. It was surprisingly sheet metal on the back and right front stuff, and that's it. Good thing for Jason, because I'm sure he's bumming right now.
Give him a hand, Dave Kane, third place in 2C.